What started as a breakfast joke ended when he forced me to message my ex for proof. Yesterday, I, 32F, woke up and made my partner of 6 months, 31M, breakfast. We were having a great morning. I ended up spilling most of the food on the floor, but we laughed while cleaning it up, and there was enough left in the pan to make him a plate. Totally fine, I don't usually eat breakfast anyway. The problem happened after he finished breakfast and took a shower. Once he came out of the shower, I made a joke and he responded with a serious comment. I replied that it was just a joke and I started laughing. He completely turned defensive, saying he wasn't in the mood for laughing. He has had something on his mind and he needs me to provide proof. He proceeded to demand I unblock my ex to send him a message, proving that I wasn't still talking to my ex. I was suddenly sick. I didn't want to unblock my ex to open that can of worms, so I held firm with a no, I'm not going to do that. He started threatening to text my ex. Apparently he has gone through my blocked numbers and saved my ex's number for a rainy day. I started shaking because he was demanding I text him or my partner would cancel the lease and leave me. We just lost our pregnancy, so I said, what if I was still pregnant? He responded with then I would be stuck. He was very intimidating with words and actions, so I ended up unblocking my ex and messaging him, to which my ex never responded. Reddit, am I the asshole here / am I overreacting? I feel like I should leave. The physical aggression and intimidation is very triggering from previous trauma, and I was terrified by how quickly his mood and actions changed. Edit, the joke I made was about moving in with my female best friend while my partner goes on a 10-day cruise. She is married with 2 kids with no room to spare, and my partner knows this. Update, so I did it. After 4 hours I asked if I could block my ex again and he said yes. Later in the day I asked a friend if she had free time and we agreed to meet up. After I told my partner I had made plans for late afternoon with a friend, he started screaming at me for spending time away from him on the weekend. He started the physical aggression again, punching the walls and throwing things, then told me to get out. He proceeded to lock me out. I don't have a key to the deadbolt and neither does he, but I heard him lock the door and then the deadbolt since he followed me out to the door within seconds. He then texts me run away and stay somewhere else, but he literally just told me to get out and knows I have nowhere else to go. All I wanted was to spend a few hours with a friend and get some clarity on our relationship. Update 2, he came home from work last night and took my phone, so I started packing. It wasn't long after that he came back and got physical with me. He grabbed my hair and pulled me around and at one point slammed me to the ground. I was able to get away and I ran to my landlord, who then stepped in for a few minutes while he got his things and left. The rent is paid through next month, so as long as I keep the deadbolt locked he can't come in. I'll update further as I am able. Op responds to multiple comments on if she can leave. I recently lost my employment, so I'm in a rough spot. Commenter 2, leave yesterday. Sane people don't act like abusers at the flip of a switch. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. OP, yes, we had a great friendship prior to dating. I feel like our friendship has vanished since he broke up with his female best friend. Not at my request, but I think he finally realized that the married woman he was best friends was emotionally cheating on her husband with my partner. Thus he was also emotionally cheating on me. I never said anything, though. He came to that conclusion himself. Cannot move in with her parents? I have no contact with my parents, I don't have family. Commenter 3, the insane behavior is also that she already lives with him and has already lost a pregnancy with him and already knows he was emotionally cheating on her with a married woman, and now she's on Reddit not knowing what to do. She's as messed up as him. Just in a different way. OP, we moved in together with joint funds, but I have since lost my employment. Does OP have kids with her partner? No kids involved yet. Commenter 3, why are you still staying at a place where he knows you will be? The best thing you can do now is take your stuff and leave ASAP. Ask a family member that you can stay with them. You need to get yourself as far as possible from this guy. Locking yourself in the apartment is risky as he can wait for you outside. OP, he took the keys to my car, so I have no way of leaving. Is OP living with her partner? Correct, for a few weeks now. The partner could be cheating while on the cruise. I'm not paranoid about the cruise. Of course anything could happen. He had every opportunity to invite me, and received the green light from his family/friends, but refused to extend the invite to me. Update 3, 3 days later. I'm still in the apartment for now, since I don't have anywhere else to go. Yesterday morning, he came in unexpectedly, and it turns out he had a key to the front door I didn't know about. He ranted for about an hour while I stayed as quiet as possible. Even without me responding, he was escalating, So I recorded the entire exchange on my phone just in case. Eventually, he calmed down and tried to convince me that we could fix this. He said if he created one more fake scenario in his mind and demanded I prove it wasn't true, then we could finally be done. I told him I wasn't going to spend the rest of my life fighting with his imaginary thoughts. He left behind a large piece of furniture that he planned to pick up later. Later that afternoon, he came back in a completely different mood, eager to make things work. He touched my arm and I asked him to stop. He asked if I wanted him to leave, and I said yes, but he stayed for several more hours asking questions about how we could fix things. I treaded lightly so as not to anger him, while still standing my ground. I told him there's nothing left to work on except ourselves, separately. Before leaving with the rest of his belongings, he asked for a hug and said he wouldn't be back. I gave him one last hug and he left. Commenter 1, time to put a bolt on the inside of the door and keep it in place whenever at home. Your ex is apparently more than a little unstable. Commenter 2, stick to your guns. You did the right thing. Good on you and just look to the future for a better life. It is out there. Commenter 3, girly, why are you by yourself in the apartment you both shared? Like I feel like it's a no-brainer that he would be able to have a key to your shared apartment. He could have done way worse. But other than that, glad he left, and make sure you change your locks and have someone with you until that is fixed. Commenter 4, go to the police and get a restraining order. This man is clearly not rowing with both oars. He could seriously hurt you in his delusional state. Update 4, 1 week later. Thanks to so much support and guidance, the landlord has changed the locks, installed cameras, and updated the lease so that I am now the only tenant. They've also given me a safer parking area that's under surveillance, which brings me some peace of mind. A police report has been filed to keep a record of what happened, and I've started counseling sessions to begin healing. I truly appreciate all of the kindness and encouragement I've received. It's made such a difference during this time.